Hey YouTube, what's up? So I'm back to talk about the Tomini Tang. Now, basically today I want to talk about their overall care, my experience with the Tomini Tang, their temperament, their diet, just my overall experience with them, and maybe some tips on their care and all that stuff. I'm going to start out with diet. For me, first of all, his name's Floyd, and as far as diet goes, he eats pretty much anything. Pellets, flakes, gel foods, nori, you name it, he eats it. In my experience, my guy's been great at eating pretty much anything I put in the tank. Frozen, mysis, all that stuff. He pretty much eats everything I put in the tank. He's been eating since day one. I got him from liveaquaria.com, and he's from Indonesia. But yeah, so diet, in my experience, has been perfect. He eats everything, and I haven't really heard from anyone of any people having issues with their Tomini Tangs feeding. So diet should be no problem, as long as you have make sure you get in the herbivore based foods, algae and all that stuff. Make sure you get that food in their diet. They should be fine. Keep their color, keep them healthy. Now temperament, my guy has caused no issues at all. No matter how many fish I add in after him, he has never caused a problem, never caused any issues with any of them. Been a complete model citizen in the tank. Hasn't messed with anyone. I mean, yeah, you can see he's just perfect. He's actually, I'd have to say that he's my most well-behaved fish in the tank. He causes me the least amount of headaches. For my pajama fish here, I cannot. My issue with him is that he, if I try to add copepods and stuff while the lights are out, he eats them all up. My malnourished rest can be temperamental, but my clowns can beat each other up sometimes. But my Tomini Tang, he's perfect. He does not cause any issues that I can think of. Yeah, lot of personality, always out. He's never hiding. I mean, he does hide, if something scares him, but generally he's always out swimming around for everyone to see. He's not scared of me in the least bit. Yeah, just a lot of personality, really cute personality. You can see he's pecking at the rocks. Make sure they do like to have things to peck on so that they're feeding all day long, around the clock. So I would recommend that your tank be at least maybe 3 months old when you get him. I think that was the age of mine when I ordered this guy. So yeah, just make sure your tank maybe is not really new, of course. Maybe as long as it's older than a month, I think you should be fine, but you might want to do a little bit more research on that. So yeah, personality, temperament, diet, all great. Size, 6 inches long when full grown. That makes them the smallest species of tang readily available for aquariums. So really small, and do not require a huge tank. I think, I might even say that they would be fine in a 55-gallon. I mean, he doesn't have any, they're not an active tang. They're not like a powder blue tang, an Achilles tang, a Nassau tang. They're all very active tanks. Tominis, they're definitely not going to be stressing out in a 75-gallon tank. Even when full grown, they'll be perfectly fine. And a 55-gallon should do pretty well. Tomini tanks will do well in the 55-gallon, probably, at least while they're small. Arguably they do fine as a full-grown adult as well, but yeah, whatever. If you feel like if your Tomini tank's too big and your 55-gallon, then you might want to switch it. But overall, they do not require a massive tank. They do like to have places to swim and stuff. Just make sure you have an equal balance of hiding areas and swimming space, like I do in my tank, so that they have places to hide, but they also have a lot of swimming room so that they can swim around and get their activities in and get a lot of exercise. A lot of people, a reason a lot of people end up buying tangs is, they think, oh, I have hair allergy in the tank or whatever, so I really need to add a tang to help combat that allergy. In my opinion, I think tangs are a double-edged sword. On one hand, many tangs will eat hair allergy and things, but they're also a heavy bioload fish, so they're basically replenishing those nutrients in the tank. So they're feeding the algae, but at the same time eating the algae. So, in my opinion, you're kind of going in the wrong direction with that. you go to the root of the problem. You know, hair algae are caused by, you know, overfeeding, too many fish, not enough water changes, you know, high nitrates, high phosphates. So just test your water and keep up with your water changes, and you should be able to get rid of that hair algae on its own. You don't need to go out and buy a heavy bioload tang to help eat that up. Just get a good cleanup crew of snails and urchins and things that are going to eat that algae, and then keep your nitrates and phosphates low, and you should be fine. But even then, Tomini tangs are not known to be hair algae eaters. Naturally, they do not prey heavily on hair algae. You know, in comparison to like purple tangs, yellow tangs, sailfin tangs, those are the tangs that most likely will go after hair algae. Tominis, you know, most of the time will not even touch it. Might peck at it a little bit, but won't make a huge difference anyways. So honestly, if you have high nitrates and you have a lot of hair algae, just, you know, keep up with your water changes. Maybe upgrade your skimmer, get rid of some of your fish, cut back on feedings, all that good stuff. Yeah, overall, Floyd the Tomini Tang has been an awesome addition to my tank. Really happy for him to be in the community. Model citizen, and just has overall been a really nice fish to have. One thing also that I want to note is when they're young, they kind of have a tan color to them, you know, where the gray is right here. But once they age and they get really, you know, get to be a good size, they get like this nice bluish gray color. So maybe reconsider getting Tomini Tang, because, you know, don't be turned off by the juveniles that you see in the fish store, because they will end up looking like very, very beautiful fish. And I highly recommend you guys pick them up for your proper tank setup. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think I covered it all. The temperament, personality, the diet, the minimum tank size, availability. They're very, very common to... Ignore that. Very common fish. Very affordable. And I highly recommend you guys look into getting a Tomini Tang. Compatibility. One thing I missed, compatibility. They're very compatible. Like I said, he hasn't messed with any other fish. Maybe if you have other fish that are in the same... Sorry about all the jumps. Yeah, my camera's kind of running out of space. I'm trying to like delete some videos, but yeah, as far as compatibility, I'd say they're pretty much compatible with every fish you could possibly add to the tank. As long as the tank's large enough. I would say though, if you other bristletooth tangs such as coal tangs, spotted tangs, whitetail tangs, all those other tangs that are in the same genus that look very similar and are similar sized as the Tomini Tang, I would not recommend adding to your tank with the Tomini unless it's very large. But yeah, I think I'd say that they haven't been noted to be particularly too aggressive with other tangs as long as they're not in the same genus. So yeah, overall, a lot of fun to keep, a lot of very eye-catching fish. Very, very, very hardy. I've never had any problems with him having diseases, nothing like ick or any parasites like that. And they are one of the more hardy tangs. Definitely a good beginner tang. This is actually my first ever tang, and had a lot of fun with him, and I'll definitely be getting some more tangs in the future. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you like it. Please leave a comment if you have any video suggestions, or if you have anything to say about my tank, about the video. Any suggestions on the tank or anything like that. And tons of videos to come, guys. I have a long list of videos that I'm going to be coming out with. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. I'll keep you updated on the videos I'm making. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.